Lesson 11.4 is using trig ratios, but this time we're going to find angles because there's no other way to know what one of these acute angles is because it's not a special right triangle, doesn't tell me anything else about it. Pythagorean theorem's only good for finding sides, not angles. So let's find the angles using trig. So remember our SOHCAHTOA, this becomes your best friend in trig. Okay. So they're going to put in x degrees. They're wanting to know this angle. So this is our vantage point of where we're going to stand and look. So I've got the opposite leg, and then this could either be the adjacent or the hypotenuse. Well, it's across from the 90, so this is my hypotenuse. So we're going to create a trig ratio using opposite and hypotenuse. That's SO or sine of x degrees. I'm missing the degrees. Opposite is 7 over the hypotenuse is 9.4. Okay, think to when we have equations like this. 3 times something equals 21. We divide by 3. We call that an inverse operation. So 3 times x is multiplication. Then we divide, which is the inverse of multiplication. We divide by 3 to cancel these out. Well, sine has an inverse as well. So what we're going to do to get x by itself in this case is if you look on your calculator, on this one or the big one, the main buttons are sine, cosine, tangent. But if you look in the writing behind them, see that sine with a negative first power? That's called the inverse of sine, the opposite. That's going to cancel it. And so you're thinking I'm taking the inverse of sine to cancel sine out, but I have to take the inverse of this fraction. And so on your calculator, all you got to do is hit second sine. It pulls up that inverse and plug in 7 divided by 9.4. And that's going to tell me that it's 48.1 degrees. So that acute angle right here is 48.1. Seems reasonable. All right, and then number 2, here's our angle we're wanting to find. We have the opposite leg, and this is the adjacent leg. So opposite and adjacent is tangent. Tangent of our angle, we don't know, is going to be a ratio of 59 to 56. So again, to get rid of tangent, you're going to inverse it. That'll cancel those out and leave us with just the x, the degrees. So we're going to inverse tan of 59 over 56. So on your calculator, take second tan 59 over 56. And round, that'd be 46.5 degrees. And that seems reasonable.